welcome to Fantasy Friday! I'm so excited!
Wait! What the hell are you doing?
I'm excited! What are you doing? It's Fantasy Friday!
It's Fantasy Friday?
It's Fantasy Friday!
It's Fantasy Friday!
Oh yeah!
And today, we're talking about
running backs!
And running backs are super exciting. I mean, come on. There's only 32 of them in the league.
It's really important to get some good running backs in the draft because to trade to get one, you're going to have to give up a lot probably.
Definitely. And we're going to make sure you all get the right ones. Mm-hmm. So we're going to jump right into it and talk about Adrian Pierce, who's probably the top guy in all the league. I mean, the guy's just a beast.
Yeah, he is. He's a great running back. He really is. If I got that top pick, I'll pick him, but I don't like him personally, for personal reasons, but...
AD, that's all you can say, all day. Next man?
We have my man, Marshawn Lynch. I love Marshawn Lynch. I have him. I don't know how I snag him. Every year I have him, and he's very, very consistent. Despite what if the Seahawks want to try to be a more passing team, it's you can't... You've got Marshawn Lynch there. You're a running team. Seattle, deal with it. Build a bridge and get over it and just give the ball to Marshawn Lynch.
Just give the ball and some Skittles to him. That's all he needs.
That's all he wants. Poor guy. He's really good. Really good running back.
We have Jamal Charles, who's always seemingly the top 2 or top guy in all of the league, and he should be. He has the speed, He plays with Alex Smith, who likes to dump it and likes to get him in open field. That's the offense. It goes through him.
Yeah. So he's also a great pick. And we have Eddie Lacy out of Green Bay. He's good. He just likes to have a lot of concussion. He's your favorite guy, but...
Stop talking shit.
I'm not talking...
about E-Lace.
I am saying the truth.
Our viewers deserve the truth. He is a beast. That's the truth.
He is really good.
Look how big he is. How can you say he's not a beast? He's a battering ram, and in that offense, you don't expect it. All right, then we have Le'Veon Bell.
Nice accent, I like that.
I know someone has to do it.
He's got that 3-game suspension, but after those 3 games, he should be really, really good. I wouldn't mind drafting him.
It depends on your team if he's even worth the risk.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have to account for those 3 games if you fall.
If you're gonna get Le'Veon Bell, you definitely have to pick up some of the other guys we're gonna mention because it's gonna be important to have somebody there for those 3 games, and then that person can go to be your running back, your second running back.
That is unless you get lucky and he does appeal a suspension, but that's yet to be seen.
Mm-hmm. For right now, he's got 3 games. And we have LaShawn McCoy, who's now on the Bills.
Who I can actually like now because he's not on the Eagles.
You haven't noticed we're Giants fans.
I know. I love them in Pittsburgh. That's another story. The guy is an everything guy.
Yeah.
He's going to run the ball in that new offense with Rex Ryan. He's going to catch passes from E.J. Manuel.
Yeah, and Fred Jackson even said that he's the guy. So
you could expect him to have a great year, and that's our opinion. I know he's not going as high in other leagues.
Yeah, which is good because then
good for you.
Yeah, hell yeah. It's like me getting Marshawn Lynch in the ninth pick last year.
Yeah, made me look stupid.
Yeah.
All right, so then DeMarco
Murray. I don't know about him just because of the 3 running back rotation they've got going on down there. I don't know what they're gonna do, and I feel like Chip Kelly's more of a pass kind of guy, but I don't know what's going on down there anymore.
You see this? I'm licking my chops to say something else.
Oh, God.
To disagree with you for once in this video. I think he's going to do good. I think that Eagles offensive line is just as good. Well, maybe not just as good.
I was going to, no, they're not.
They're comparable to that Dallas Cowboy offensive line. And I'm going to put the seal of approval on that. Because they're just beasts.
I think I can agree with you that DeMarco Murray is going to do good because he's DeMarco Murray.
You just have to see what
is he going to do as good as he did in Dallas last year?
You have to see what the other 2, fall into the equation. That's all it comes to.
I just think Darren Sproles was their guy last year. He's the, I literally don't know what they're doing.
Oklahoma reunion, Sam Bradford, DeMarco Murray, devastating.
Well, Sam Bradford has to stay healthy, so. Tim Tebow!
Wouldn't mind. And we have Matt Forte, who's just a poor man Adrian Peterson. The guy literally does everything for the Bears and is kind of under the radar in the way where he goes in the first round
But like,
he's not going to be that top guy.
Yeah, I feel so bad for him I feel like every year he's on this list. He's on like the low list of like guys, and it's like, well, I mean, you know, you can just get him.
He's still a top guy. He gets 1,000-yard seasons and like every year but one. You know, he even catches a lot. He gets a lot of passes, a lot of passing yards.
That's really good for anybody who gets the late pick. You know.
Then we have some kind of middle of the pack guys, but guys I think are going to crack that upper tier, the upper 8.
Yeah.
And you want to start off with your man?
My man, C.J. Anderson. I love C.J. Anderson. I got him last year in a trade for Ryan Tannehill. Thanks, Eric, again. He helped me win my fantasy season. He's a really good guy. He's a really good player, too. He's a worker, and he never stops his feet. And who's Kubiak's the coach now? He loves to run the ball, so this would be his year.
Scheme. I mean, look at Arian Foster, and let's hope that we have many Erics watching this video. Hey, Erics! Another guy is one of my personal favorites, Justin Forsett, and that's because this guy literally does everything.
Yeah.
I mean, he came onto the scene kind of no one expected. Everyone expected Bernard Pierce to come and be that guy. I did too.
I picked up Bernard Pierce, dropped him, picked up Justin Forsett, dropped him.
You couldn't tell the beginning, and the guy really owned it. He owned it as an every down running back, and that's something that's so valuable in any fantasy.
Yeah,
an every down guy, and Justin Forsett is that guy. He's going to crack that.
Absolutely. And then we have Mark Ingram in New Orleans. He's like the only guy there now. You've got no more Jimmy Graham. You've got no more Kenny Stills. There's not that much receivers.
He had a great season when he played last season. I mean, he rushed for a decent amount. I think 800 yards. I don't know off the top of my head, but that's what I think it is.
Yeah.
And you can just expect better things this year.
He's the guy there now, yeah. So
and in the red zone. So let's see. Mark Ingram, let's see what you could do, big guy. And CJ Spiller's paper. The guy's paper. I don't think he's going to be that much of a threat.
And then we have Lamar Miller in Miami. Miami still, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
He is decent too. He's very underrated. I've had him a few years before, like a few years ago. I had him. He's really decent guy. He's another under the radar kind of guy.
You had him when he was projected to do good, but he didn't do good.
Yeah.
Last year he came out. He came out and had the season that everyone wanted him to have 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And he's a sneaky good every down running back, another valuable guy, every down guy, and could be a good pairing because he's falling with Le'Veon Bell if you draft him.
Absolutely. And he should be the only guy there. Isn't Noshawn there or no?
No, Noshawn's a free agent.
Is he a free agent? Poor guy.
Or something like that. Injuries. That's what happens. Then we have some rookie running backs that could break on the scene.
Yeah, we've got Melvin Gordon in San Diego, who a lot of ESPN experts are saying to be the starting guy there. And he's been known to, a lot of people have called him to be the next Jamal Charles.
Yeah, out of Wisconsin.
Yeah,
he had some 200-yard games. I think he had a 400-yard game.
He should be really good. He's not going to fall really far.
He's going to be a somewhat early second, third round guy, but he might be worth it. I mean, Brandon Oliver had that great season. We'll see what he does.
Yeah,
I think he's a better player.
If you get, let's say, we're obviously going to use Le'Veon Bell as a pairing because he's got that 3-game suspension. But if you get Le'Veon Bell in the first, you get a great wide receiver, and then you get Melvin Gordon. There's a lot of receivers out there, a lot of decent receivers. I think he could be a really
good running back, too, for a lot of different guys.
Yeah.
He has a lot of potential, and it's just up to him. If he could stay healthy, that's the question mark with everybody. That's why we keep repeating it. Everyone gets fucking hurt. But we
got Tevin Coleman from Atlanta.
Tevin Coleman has a chance in Atlanta to be the guy. Atlanta has a chance to finally have a starting running back that could be that guy to carry that team. And with that awesome passing attack, with Julio Jones, Roddy White, Matt Ryan, he has a chance to rack up a good season. It's up to him. We'll see how hard he's working.
I feel like Atlanta's finally found their guy.
Well, let's hope so. I mean, Devontae Freeman's licking his chops to get a chance too.
Oh yeah.
He wants to eat. He's like, I don't know what the hell that was.
And then we've got the next rookie from
Detroit. And the Lions, good for the Lions. I'm finally happy they're getting something right.
Yeah.
All those years of sucking, now they have Calvin Johnson. They have a strong core, and I want to see them win.
And they got, they had Reggie Bush, too.
And now they have this guy who's going to be, in my opinion, the man. It might not be right away, but it's going to happen.
Yeah.
The guy is so talented. The Cowboys fucked up, and it makes me happy to say they fucked up by not drafting this guy.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to be deadly for them. He's a good pass catcher. He's everything. He's an all-in-one.
Yeah. But
that's it for Fantasy Friday.
Yeah, I mean,
think
this list is obviously just what our favorite guys. There's obviously a lot of more players there.
There's still like 16 more players or whatever it is.
Yeah, there's still a lot more players out there. So if you've got someone else that you want to bring into the limelight, just let us know in the comments below, of course.
'Cause we don't know everything.
And we'll see you next week for the next edition of Fantasy Friday.
Fantasy Friday, hi!
Bye, guys.
Bye.